Get ready for an epic collaboration as MB Radio and Patriot Radio join forces. These veteran-owned stations are uniting to bring you top-notch, veteran-run podcasts, along with your favorite classic rock music 24/7. Stay tuned for the ultimate radio experience that celebrates our heroes and plays the tunes that never get old. From engaging discussions to timeless hits, this partnership has everything you need for your listening pleasure. Don't miss out on this exciting new chapter in radio history as MB Radio and Patriot Radio come together to rock your world. Introducing J&J Beard Co., your go-to destination for high-quality handmade and natural beard products. Our family-owned business, based in New Jersey, prides itself on using the finest ingredients to bring you premium products that will elevate your grooming routine. Each product is carefully crafted with love and expertise, ensuring that you get the best care for your beard. Treat yourself to the luxury of J&J Beard Co. and experience the difference that true quality and craftsmanship can make for your beard. Join the J&J Beard Co. family today and unleash the full potential of your facial hair with our exceptional products. Find them on the web at jjbeardco.com. That's jjbeardco.com. Easy access to your gear. Stay prepared for any situation with our high-quality medical supplies, designed to keep you ready for action at all times. Solution for top-notch protection and performance in the field. Our armor bundles provide unmatched safety and comfort, while our battle belts and holsters ensure quick and easy access to your gear. Stay prepared for any situation with our high-quality medical supplies, designed to keep you ready for action at all times. Looking to enhance your skills? Our firearms training programs will take your proficiency to the next level. Trust LT Defense for all your tactical gear needs and gear up for success on the battlefield.
This entire military is one cohesive, dedicated force. And the threats to our nations, they don't sleep. They're watching our every move. Iran, Russia, China, North Korea, ISIS, Al-Qaeda. They may be watching this right now. Our military should not be mistaken for a cable news gabfest show. We don't care what you look like. We don't care who you voted for, who you worship, what you worship, who you love. It doesn't matter if your dad left you millions when he died or if you knew who your father was. We have been honed into a machine of lethal moving parts that you would be wise to avoid if you know what's good for you. We will not be intimidated. We will not back down. We don't want war. But if you want war with the United States of America, there's one thing I can promise you, so help me God. Someone else will raise your sons and daughters.
Make it clear that the views expressed by our host are not considered the official stance of NDR views. Remember, this is all about having fun and enjoying the ride.
Find us on the web at mbradio.com.
Hello, friends. I'm Kent Skelton, and I'm so glad you are here. Together we can battle this struggle and find freedom from it all. Life is continuous, and it would be ridiculous to say that you or I don't experience those seconds, minutes, hours, or days that seem like they'll never end. Time continues on, regardless of how we feel or what we experience. We search, longingly for a way to handle and navigate through these situations we are experiencing. There has to be a way. Surely I can find the solution to get rid of these negative experiences and periods of despair I am feeling. Maybe it's not our own problems, but those of family members or loved ones that are living in pain. These pains may come from alcoholism, addictions, illness, grief, boredom, and in so many other forms. What will we do? Where is that light I'm supposed to be able to see at the end of the tunnel? When will I see it? When will this end? The timing to realize you need help is up to each of us. That's you, that's me. We are each individually accountable for ourselves. We have to make the change, and the timing is now. There's no time like the present to desire and begin that road to recovery. Together, let's reach that freedom from struggle.
Hello, everybody. Hey, we're glad you're here to join us here at the round table for Freedom from Struggle. Red Skelton, I'm your host, and I'm a grateful believer in Jesus Christ and celebrating recovery from alcoholism and several other different issues or habits that I've had throughout my lifetime. And like I said, being a grateful believer in Jesus Christ is just, it's that right there. It provides that hope and everything that we can find freedom from struggle. Life continues on, like it says, regardless of the things that are going on. But if we keep our eyes on the Lord and keep our just our minds and our heart in the right place, we too we can find that hope and maintain that hope. Look, I lead a Celebrate Recovery group at First Baptist Church here in Biloxi, Mississippi. If you hadn't been here, you ought to get down here. We meet on Thursday nights at 6. But I want to make sure everybody feels free to put comments down today as you're watching the show. We're happy you're here. We're hoping that you will get something out of this show. And I got a great guest with me today, and he's a brother in Christ, a friend that I was fortunate enough to meet through Celebrate Recovery, and not even from around here. He's from hours and hours away from Biloxi, but he happened to be here. Tolbert, hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Red. How you doing, man? It's great to see you.
Oh, gosh. Today when we got on here, we're seeing each other face to face instead of just Facebook Messenger or text messages, man, it was great. You know what I mean? And
that's
we miss you. We miss you over here. There's no doubt about that. But hey, tell us a little bit. Where you from?
Well, I live in Georgetown, Texas, which is just north of Austin. But I'm talking to you today from Odessa, which is way out here in West Texas in the desert and the oil fields. And I've been out here doing my insignificant job of building Dollar General stores. The world sure needs another one of those. But
don't you know?
Anyway, I'm glad to be here with you guys and hope I can share a little bit about myself. It's not that I'm anything special or anything, but I'm happy to share how good God's been to me.
Well, I tell you what, us folks over here in Biloxi, Mississippi, we think you are a little bit special there, Tolbert. And it was an honor. It's an honor to have you here on the show. But man, just a blessing. I'm telling you, a blessing to first be introduced to you, and just love it. We think a lot of you and love you, brother. Okay, look, I'm like I mentioned, the Celebrate Recovery and Freedom from Struggle. It's a faith-based recovery program. Yeah, I mean, and I use Celebrate Recovery very heavily because I'm involved with it. They have the 12 steps, just like other 12-step programs that you might find in Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous, Al-Anon, and numerous other sessions that you might find, when you're looking at substance abuse, trying to, learning more about it and getting clean. And I know so many people have different ways of saying that, but man, like with I'm an alcoholic, and just to know that I celebrate that recovery from alcohol it's just been great. And knowing with Celebrate Recovery, I can use those 12 steps that's also used out for the other programs but if I consistently work that, it really works. It keeps on working if you work it. And the beautiful thing is being able to share with others what they can do to hopefully improve their life of hurts, habits, and hangups. This isn't just doesn't just have to do with what let's say alcoholism or drug addiction, smoking maybe, or it could be a habit of profanity. It could be it could be getting over certain lifetime stages. Maybe you've gotten terminated. Maybe there's a divorce or there's a relationship problem. perhaps you've lost that loved one and just you're grieving and just don't understand what's going on and you need to get past it. And that's where these steps come from. Hey, Tolbert, just as I say that, I mentioned that, those areas that that you can look, those hurts, habits, and hangups, where it's not just limited to one or two things. What else can you have something else to throw in about that?
Oh man, I've been sober now, Ken, for going on 15 years, and every day I still struggle with things that I would have thought I would have put behind me a long time ago. But just our relationships and our relationships with our community, and a lot of things I struggle with are like the political climate and stuff like that. We're getting hit from every end, and man, I gotta seek God's peace and mercy every day, and I pretty much use these 12 steps every day just to deal with life in general.
Right. Hey, and so when I'm saying this show, I always say this is for everybody and everyone. If you're eating, if you're living, and you're breathing, you're walking this earth, this great creation of God that He created. It's for you. It's for sinners. It's for anyone, because everybody's got some type of hurt, habit, or hang up. And I like to say it's for everybody, because if you don't have a hurt, habit, or hang up, you're not a sinner. You happen to be perfect. Well, then this show is definitely
I know
for
a few
you.
of them.
I know a few of them that think that, but but as far as that perfection, if you're perfect and without saying, you definitely need to come on the show. I need to have you on here because you're holding secrets for people that want to hear how they can do better and improve their lives. Look, real quick,
they'll tell you.
Oh, I bet they will. Hey, let's look at this real quick. We're going to step into this first step, and what I'm going to do is read the step. Tolbert, if you'll read the biblical comparison to it, I believe we can. Look, we're going to start with the step one, and then after we do the biblical version, if you want to say something in, that's fine. We're going to have probably a minute or two left before we need to take our first break. It's flying by. But step one is the point where we admitted we were powerless over our addictions and compulsive behaviors, that our lives had become unmanageable.
Oh, I know that nothing good lives in me, that is in my sinful nature. For I have the desire to do what is good, but I cannot carry it out. That's Romans 7:18. Go ahead and go on with the next one, Ken.
Okay, step two, we came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity.
For it is God who works in you and to will and to act according to His purpose. Philippians 2:13.
Right, that's so good. And step three, we've made a decision to turn our lives and our wills over to the care of God.
Oh, that's about the best decision anybody could ever make. I know it was the best one I made. And verse that goes with that says, therefore, I urge you, brothers, in view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies as living sacrifices, holy and pleasing to God. This is your spiritual act of worship. Romans 12:1.
Man, those three right there, there's 9 more that go with it, and they're all strong. But I tell you what, these first 3 are man, that's ones that really can make a difference. I have made a difference in my life and can make a difference in your life.
They can make a difference in your life for sure.
Yes, it certainly can. Look, we're approaching the quarter after the hour. We're going to go to a quick commercial real quick. We ask the people, come back here and see us because we're going to hear more about Tolbert. Tolbert's going to share some stuff with us. We might even get to talking a little bit more about those steps that we just talked about. Look, we'll see you in just a minute. Y'all hang on. All right, here we go.
Right.
guts and it's the glory. 100 stripes, 100 stories. It's the Pledge of Allegiance on the 4th of July. It's them handwritten letters from home. It's them sleepless nights alone. It's his newborn baby he left with his wife. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down, here's the line. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. Hey. From the fields of Indiana to the swamps of Louisiana, to the golden coast of California, Uncle Sam's the only family he's got. His purple heartbeat won't stop, and his 18th birthday was the day he was born. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down, here's the line. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. Front line, Mr. Red, White, and Blue, pay the ultimate price. Oh. He was the man of the house when he was born. His family is proud but torn. But if you knew him, you would understand. He was raised on how to be brave, just to see the flag still wave. And then he came home with only one hand. He's Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down, hear the line. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. Marching line. Hey. Hey.
Please join Military Broadcast Radio, Fairway Travel, and the Just Go Travel Show for a Veterans Day cruise. We'll be sailing on the Carnival Magic out of the Port of Miami for a 6-day Eastern Caribbean voyage from November 10th through November 16th, 2024. This Veterans Day, honor your service with an unforgettable escape aboard the Carnival Magic. From relaxing days at sea to thrilling onboard activities, there's something for everyone. Connect with others who have shared your journey and create memories that will last a lifetime. Enjoy top-notch dining, live entertainment, and breathtaking views as we sail to paradise. Our itinerary departs from Miami, spend a day at Half Moon Cay, followed up by a relaxing day at sea. Then Amber Cove, where we follow it up with a day at Grand Turk. We then get to have another relaxing sea day before heading back to Miami to finish our fantastic voyage. Join us from as low as $574 per person, based on double occupancy, for an incredible journey at sea. Create the memories that will last a lifetime on a journey to celebrate with your family and friends. Contact Fairway Travel today to book your spot. We can be reached at 228-365-1012. That's 228-365-1012, or simply email bookitnow247@gmail.com. That's bookitnow247@gmail.com. Just go.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities. they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Welcome back. Tolbert, are you here with me?
I'm here.
All right, brother. Hey, look, that's good information right there. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, I just love that patriotic song. It means a lot to me. And then also, I just want to share with people that last little deal you saw the Veterans Day cruise. That's for anybody and everybody that would like to go on a cruise with us. We're going to be on there. We'll have a lot of fun. Got the last day to pay is probably about 2 days from now. I think it's the 12th of the month. But if you want to get on there, just contact us, all right? And that's enough of that mess. I'm not going to say anything else more about that, except I hope you join us. All right, please consider it. Look, I mentioned something about having an individual on the show today, and he's going to be really good. You've already heard his voice a little bit, but I want to say that we're going to be playing a special video later on in the show that you have to stay around for. And look, let's go into this real quick.
Interview of the week sponsored by LTD Tactical.
And we're back again, and the interview of the week, Mr. Tolbert, our brother Tolbert Pratt. Look, we're pleased. I say again that you're here with us, and I just want you to share a little bit. But just share with us a little bit what you had going on, and how we ended up all coming together completely. I mean, in the long run. But what was that first step you took there?
Well, I guess reason I'm here is kind of lay out some of my story and what I went through in my life. And my daddy always told me, don't worry, son, if all else fails, you can always serve as a bad example. so it's kind of ironic how it worked out that way, because I don't know, I kind of grew up in a unique kind of family atmosphere where mom was go to church 3 or 4 times a week, Christian lady, and dad was a songwriter, musician, and alcoholic. So when I was with dad, I was in beer joints and other places learning how to play pool and act like a real man, and when I was with mom, I was getting hauled off to, different church services and, every faith healing revival that blew through town and stuff like that. So I don't know. I feel like I had 2, really keen examples of right and wrong. And I know I believed in Jesus and knew that he kind of had his hand on me, and my mom prayed for me a lot. But, when it came to my teenage years and stuff like that, I just decided that drunken revelry, produced the real man, and was certainly more attracted to that kind of lifestyle than going to church and stuff like that. And unfortunately that led to bad decisions I made, and started using drugs and alcohol in high school, and spent 30 years destroying my life and everybody's lives around me as I became addicted to methamphetamine and alcohol, and my life pretty much spiraled out of control for about 30 years before it finally came to a head, and Williamson County, Texas SWAT team kicked in my doors and windows and caught me red-handed manufacturing methamphetamine. And that was pretty much the end, I thought. I thought my life was all over, thought I was going to spend the rest of my life in prison, and everything was lost. And when I was in that cold jail room floor. I'll show you what I looked like that day. That was me on December 2nd, 2009. And I got down on my knees in that jailhouse floor and I said, Lord. And he kind of, I don't know, I could feel him look down at me and just say, what? And I said, yeah, I know, Lord. And he said, you know what, Tolbert, playtime's over. He said, you better be real careful the next thing that comes out of your mouth. And I said, Lord, I'm done. I said, if there's anything in this pile of trash on this jailhouse floor you can use, I'm all yours. Do something with me. And that's when things started to change in my life. I met a guy a few days later. There was a volunteer chaplain at the county jail, and he gave me a Bible and some encouragement and some direction. And by the grace of God, I had an $80,000 bond reduced to a personal recognizance bond and was able to get out. And a couple of weeks after that, I ran into the minister I'd met in the jail, and he invited me to his church, and I took him up on it and went in there that day. And the preacher got up there and said, today I'm preaching my first sermon in a 3-part series I've entitled Addiction Eviction. Oh my goodness, he's talking right at me. And so one thing led to another. I met the preacher, and he invited me to come visit with him one afternoon that week. And when I did, he thought, it's kind of crazy, because he had just met a fella that he had met him since like 2 days before. Like between the time I went to church and the time I met the preacher in his office, he had met a fella that had just started a deal called Oak Ridge Disciple House, which was a 6-month Christian character building program for men struggling with drug and alcohol addiction. And I got invited to go to that, and went through 6 months of getting a solid foundation with Jesus Christ, and graduated from that program. I guess it was Halloween of 2010, and 3 weeks later I signed for a 20-year prison sentence for that manufacturer methamphetamines charge. And you know what? But I went to prison with a solid foundation in God's word and a relationship, and was able to use that time to grow in my faith and grow in my relationship with the Lord.
Wow. Tolbert, that's something. So you see, you got in trouble. You had the SWAT team come in and all that type stuff, and then of course, they carried you in. But you say you're only in for a short time, and you was able to put up bond. Is that right? How long was that?
I was in there for about a month, a little over a month.
Okay, and then you came out. You stayed clean for that time you were out, and you started going to the church and getting involved with that 3-part series, right? And then I went to church, and then he introduced me that, man, it was a 6-month program that was, I actually, I lived there and went through that. So, so I was pretty sheltered while I was in that deal. So graduated, and then you graduate, then you go to start your sentence, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because people thought I was nuts. They said, you fix to go to prison for the rest of your life, but you're gonna waste 6 months, kind of hemmed up in this program. And I'm like,
go into the big house, huh? Go into the big house. All right, look. Man, I tell you what, I know you got more to your story, and it's a blessing that you can be with us. I'm saying a blessing you can be with us today, but it's a blessing that you can get over all that, get through all of that.
Oh,
let's take a little short break, and let's hear more about that story right when we come back. Okay,
perfect.
we're going to enjoy a song from this girl. She's just been recognized as one of the finalists, for maybe being one of those artists to being the next biggest hits. So let's go listen to Lauren real quick.
All right.
Too big, wanting to grow up way too quick, searching for spotlights since I was 6. Hello, my name is Dream Too Big. Hello, my name is way too loud. My voice can cut right through the crowd. God make fun of for it, but who's laughing now? Hello, my name is way too loud. I know I've had my moments and I've had heartaches. God is making miracles out of my mistakes. You can say I won't make it, and I can tell you that I don't really care. 'Cause hello, my name is going somewhere. Far. Lost all my words in a mason jar. Locked eyes with a stranger at the end of the bar. Hello, my name is You'll Go Far. Well, hello, my name is One More Try. I put too much stock in bad advice. 'Cause anything worth leaving is worth loving twice. You're never gonna leave the ground. You can tell us all about it when you come back around. Hello, my name is Get Knocked Down. Hello, my name is Stand Back Up. Keep moving even when it gets rough.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
MBRradio.us, giving veterans a voice. And today we're here on Freedom from Struggle. Tolbert, I'm glad you're back with us, brother. And look here, we got a few more minutes to go talk some more about it. You done headed off to the big house for 99.
Well,
whatever it was.
Yeah, I graduated that Oak Ridge program and went in 3 weeks later, and judge sentenced me to 20 years in prison. I actually only had to serve 2.5. By the grace of God, I made my first parole while I was in there.
Yes, praise the Lord.
I stayed in the Word, read the Bible a lot, got myself involved in whatever programs and Bible studies and whatnot the chaplaincy had to offer, and of course I went to the AA meetings and Celebrate Recovery. We had really committed volunteers that come into those prisons and hold the meetings and stuff, and so it was really a good opportunity for growth, and it was a good opportunity to minister to others too while I was in there, and share my walk with them, and of course it meant a lot where people see how I was walking, being in the Word and being faithful, and a lot of times guys would come up and ask for prayer, just to talk or whatever, because in prison there's plenty of hurting souls. There's people in there that even the toughest man in prison will be brought to his knees when the chaplain calls him in and tells him his mama done died. Or men was always getting letters that somebody in their family was sick, or their wife had left them, or all kind of crises, and there's a lot of men in there didn't get any letters at all. So it was a blessing to me to be able to share God's blessing with others, and anyway, by the time I got out, I was in pretty good shape spiritually, but not too good a shape financially.
Yeah, I can imagine.
In fact, the devil was waiting right there at the gate to try to knock me down, and there were some real hardships getting starting over at 50 years old, or just almost 50 years old, but God was faithful. Just every day he would provide me what I needed. Right. Of course, the devil's on my other shoulder saying, you know what? Why don't you make it easy on yourself and go do a little something you used to do for just long enough to get back on your feet, and then you can get back to this Jesus thing after that. And I was
right.
Get behind me, Satan. And I don't know. I kept my eyes focused, and the Lord provided what I needed, on a daily basis. And another thing that really helped me was, it was the day I got out. My wife and dad picked me up in Huntsville, Texas, where they let me out, and Georgetown is about 4 hours away from there, and we pushed the speed limit all the way there so I could actually make it to the Celebrate Recovery in that town that night. And I immediately plugged into Celebrate Recovery, and as quick as one came up, the opportunity came up, I got myself involved in their 12-step study, which was really helpful. I was able to, walk through, I don't know, there's probably about a dozen of us in that group, where we kind of went through the steps in depth and supported each other and stuff like that. And it was a real growth experience for me, and it, you know, really helped me to reintegrate into my, you know, into my family, community, and stuff like that. You know, otherwise, because yeah, it wasn't easy.
Right.
But that was really helpful, and you know, I stayed involved in that. Eventually, I was, you know, leading one of the small groups at the meetings, the chemical addiction group, and stuff like that, and eventually had an opportunity to actually start a new Celebrate Recovery group at a different church, and actually was able to start a Celebrate Recovery on the inside at an incarceration facility not far from where I lived. And you know, that, I don't know, it just really gave me the means to navigate, you know, real tough time trying to get out of prison and get my legs back under me, and God sure blessed me through every bit of that.
Right. Tolbert, I'm gonna put this little thing down here at the bottom of the screen just for everybody. I mean, they've seen enough of me putting through there saying, hey, comment, and, you know, check out Freedom from Struggle on Facebook and all that. But you can check out Tolbert's testimony. It's a Tolbert CR testimony on YouTube. Put that in your browser and you should pop up, right?
I think so. It did for me last time. That's the only way I know how to find it.
Well, I found it that way also when you had mentioned it.
Yeah,
and I don't want everybody, don't everybody leave us right now for a CR testimony by Tolbert on YouTube, because we got him live right here, and you don't want to miss.
That's been up there for about 6 years. It's not going anywhere.
So, man, you know, it's amazing that you know, God always has a purpose. I mean, I'm sorry you had to go through all that stuff as many years as you had to go through it. You know, and being off that straight and narrow path, and then be incarcerated, obviously is the best thing could happen for you to be caught red-handed and get into your recovery for yourself and a program so you could, you know, find some hope there and get through all that bad stuff. But you were there for a reason, just to witness to those other guys that were locked up with you, you know. And
you know, it wasn't like I was a I don't even know how to say it, theologian or anything like that.
No,
but you know, I was just an example of, you know, because I kind of been deliberate about saying, okay, Lord, you know, you say you're real, and I've always felt that you're real. You make all these promises in the Bible and stuff like this, and you know, probably not probably, but obviously the reason I've had so much trouble and struggles in my life is I didn't want to follow your plan the way you wanted me to follow it. And I said, Lord, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to commit to my faith in you. I'm going to commit to doing my best to do things your way and the way your Bible says to do them, and stuff like that. I'm going to stand on your promises and see how that works out. And that's what I was doing in prison, and by golly, it's worked out just like it says it does. And
right on, brother.
I'm like 14, 15, almost 15 years into this experiment, and
wow.
And I'm saying, you know what, this is the real deal.
This is the real deal. The disobedience does not pay, and you can find disobedience in almost any situation if you aren't looking to the Lord and keeping him in your heart and reading the good book and just being a part, you know, Christ-like daily. And but it pays. Those steps are truly no joke. if you want to show some obedience, get in those things and actually work the steps. Look, we're going to take another quick break right now. And this is just a word from MBR pretty much, and Military Broadcast Radio, where it does give veterans a voice. And folks, I know we got veterans out there. We got non-veterans out there in the general population. Look, we are America, but this is a global thing. This is a worldly thing. But, you know, what we're talking about, this freedom from struggle in the Lord. But I tell you what, this program right here, if you have the means, check out MBR, Military Broadcast Radio. It's on Facebook. There's an app you can get from your iPhone or your Android, and download the app. You can see there how you can sponsor, be a sponsor and help support Military Broadcast Radio, the station, and all the veterans. I don't even know how many veterans are involved doing just like I am, Tolbert, that's able to get their voice out there through this opportunity. It's all volunteer basis, but it's therapy for me. And I'm hopefully, you know, going to help other veterans. But like mine, I go a little bit further. I want to try to help everybody, letting them hear good stories, letting them know ways that they can they can change their lives, you know, for the better. And but with that, let's just check out a real quick word from the sponsor, okay?
Introducing LT Defense Tactical Gear, your ultimate solution for top-notch protection and performance in the field. Our armor bundles provide unmatched safety and comfort, while our battle belts and holsters ensure quick and easy access to your gear. Stay prepared for any situation with our high-quality medical supplies, designed to keep you ready for action at all times. Looking to enhance your skills? Our firearms training programs will take your proficiency to the next level. Trust LT Defense for all your tactical gear needs and gear up for success on the battlefield.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Yeah, I wanted to get that in there real quick. LTD Tactical, that's the first sponsor that I saw when I first started getting involved with Military Broadcast Radio. And, you know, the sponsors, they're what makes it happen. They make it happen, not makes it happen, but they help make it happen, make it where some veterans that aren't able maybe to afford any equipment, they can put a microphone on somebody, and it's just a beautiful thing. I'm thankful for Military Broadcast Radio. I'm thankful for Celebrate Recovery. And like I mentioned before, I'm a grateful believer in Jesus Christ. Tolbert, you had several people say, you know, giving little kudos out there in the comments and thanking you for sharing. And I certainly appreciate you. You know that. I want to have you on the show again. I know you've got so many good things. Listen, I know that we were promising people something about a special video that we were going to show. And us being as far into the program, you think it's time we do that, Toby?
Well, yeah, you know, I know you're dying to play that thing. You know, I was, you know, when I was in prison, I was in there with a lot of youngsters, you know, gangbangers from, you know, big cities, Houston and Dallas and stuff like that. And I wasn't about to let them all have all the fun. So, you know, when they was beating on that wall or the table and doing their freestyle and rap and stuff, I had to go get in on a little of it myself.
Come on.
You know, just cuz and you know, several years later, I guess it was about 5 or 6 years ago, I fell off a ladder and broke my back, and I'd met this fella, Chad Jackson, that was a gospel rapper, and he actually came to see me in the hospital, and we were chopping it up, and I was messing with him, you know, and saying, you know, you kids think y'all invented that rap stuff, and I says that rap stuff goes back a long way. I said, you know, all the way back to Johnny Horton, you know, back in 1814, we took a little trip. And, you know, and old, and, you know, the old Beverly Hillbillies, you know, let me tell you about my Uncle Jed. He was a poor mountaineer. I was poking at him, you know, that way. And he says, you know what, old school, I'm gonna put you on I'm gonna do a song with you. We're gonna make a video. I said, yeah, okay, Chad. And, you know, we were doing some ministry stuff together and stuff like that. And I figured he was just pulling my leg, but you know, one day about 9 o'clock in the morning, I get this email says, here's a song. It's got my verse and the hook and a space with the beat here that you got to write your verse and put in there. So
look out.
I'll just write a quick little testimony and put in there, and you know, the rest is history. So
well, hey Tolbert, let's jump in there. I want to see you go ahead and talk till it actually starts, but we're gonna see what kind of verse you put in there. Okay.
Yeah, y'all hang in there till the second verse when I come in.
This is good stuff, and I get a kick out of it.
Really
get a kick out of it. Folks, enjoy this.
Hey, what's up, man? Ready to do that verse? Already, meet me at the spot.
Yeah, got a good beat with this one too.
Impossible, he can do that. When I was down on my luck, he always had my back. Blessing after blessing, coming back to back. Gotta keep moving forward and I can't look back. Impossible, he can do that. When I was down on my luck, he always had my back. Blessing after blessing, coming back to back. Gotta keep moving forward and I can't look back. He might not be there when you want him, but he's always right on time. In the beginning, they was with me, now they falling way behind. He then gave me this light, so I'm gonna let it shine. Ain't no splash me with water, cause I know I'm on fire. Yeah, I used to be a fool, but now you really can't tell me I was living should be gone, or sitting in jail. Had to change it up quicker, it's eternity in hell. He was there to pick me up every time my brother fell. Trying to do it by myself, and that's why I took an L. Said he's gonna send some lessons when the hit they in the mail. Can't be here playing an angel, but with Satan over there. Always got me feeling good, it ain't nothing that compares. Cause he really do you that good, I'm gonna say, oh yeah. With him on my team, opponents say it's not fair. He's always there for me, ain't no putting up no buzz. And I'm gonna serve him for the rest of my days. Because impossible, he can do that. When I was down on my luck, he always had my back. Blessing after blessing, coming back to back. Gotta keep moving forward and I can't look back. Impossible, he can do that. When I was down on my luck, he always had my back. Blessing after blessing, coming back to back. Gotta keep moving forward and I can't look back.
Mama did her best to try to raise me right. She gave me little Bible, said our prayers that night. I knew Jesus loved me because the Bible said I'm having sweet dreams as I lay my sleepy head. That all blew up when Daddy come up busted in, full of piss and vinegar and stinking like gin. Dazed and confused, not knowing which way to go. I threw up my hands and went to rolling with the flow. Jesus said, come on, son, and follow me. I said, I love you, Lord, but I gotta be free. 30 years later, found me down on my knees on a jailhouse floor, praying, Lord, help me, please. I'm facing 99, will it help if I pray? I'm down with you, son, but I ain't got time to play. Thank you, Jesus, for your mercy and your grace. I'm gonna serve you for the rest of my days.
Impossible, he can do that. When I was down on my luck, he always had my back. Blessing after blessing, coming back to back. Gotta keep moving forward and I can't look back. Impossible, he can do that. When I was down on my luck, he always had my back. Blessing after blessing, coming back to back. Gotta keep moving forward and I can't look back.
Gotta keep moving forward and I can't look back. Oh, boy, that was a lot of fun. I tell you what.
Boy, what you talking about? That's good stuff there, rapping teeth.
You know what? We did quite a bit with that. Chad does a lot of these gospel songs. He's got a lot of good stuff out there. Just look him up, Chad Jackson Gospel. In fact, he's got a new video dropping maybe today. I don't know, any day now. He did another video with a fella named Mike Servin, who's a big internet sensation. He runs around hollering "Jesus Christ." a lot of people know him. So yeah, y'all check them out. And
Tolbert, that's good stuff. Chad Jackson Gospel on YouTube, right?
Yeah. Look him up, Facebook and YouTube.
I want to real quick would celebrate recovery again. That first step we talked about, that's where you're coming out of denial, and then the second step is when you're realizing that you can't handle all this stuff by yourself, and then that third step is when you really turn your problems over, give your problems to the Lord, and start living, and living your life as a personal sacrifice, and just, wow, it's,
I think those three steps actually go hand in hand. It's not like you gotta come to believe that your life's a mess and then wait another 6 months to, come to believe that Jesus can help you fix it, and wait another 6 months before you decide to go ahead and make that decision. But
that would be
you could do all three at the same time.
Prayerfully, you can take care of all those at the same time, because it will be hell on earth if you don't. That lasts a long time, and you get those three steps done, and then they got plenty more to do. Tolbert, real quick, I want to bring up another little thing here on the screen, and it's going to be the Serenity Prayer. We always close out with the Serenity Prayer.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You know how well that is too. Look, folks out there, if you're driving in radio land or whatever, I do not want you to close your eyes. But if you can close your eyes, or you can read this prayer right here on the screen with us. This is the Serenity Prayer. I'm going to read the first part of it. Tolbert, you'll close us out with the rest of it.
I'll pick up wherever you stop, I suppose.
Right. All right, roger that. Well, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Living one day at a time, enjoying one moment at a time, accepting hardship as a pathway to peace.
Oh, accepting hardship as a pathway to peace. Taking as Jesus did this sinful world as it is, not as I would have it. Trusting that you will make all things right if I surrender to your will, so that I may be reasonably happy in this life and supremely happy with you forever in the next. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Tolbert. I really appreciate you sharing that with me.
Thank you, Red.
I appreciate you sharing the show. Look, we're at 59 minutes past the hour, and they only give us 1 hour. So we're coming in on the close of it. I need to close this show off. Tolbert, once again, thank you. Y'all check him out. Tolbert's testimony at Tolbert CR Testimony Air on YouTube. Check him out.
Let me add that there's not a whole lot of Tolbert Prathers on Facebook. So if anybody wants to reach out to me there and has any questions or anything, hit me up. I'm certainly here and happy to share anything I can with you.
Thanks, Tolbert. Thank you again for being here.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, We're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us. Giving our veterans a voice.